So the whole point in having a code lockbox on the front door is so you can hide the key for all of your subs. But if your subs leave your code exposed, anybody can get in. So that's a no-no.
You got the fireplace delivered today?
Fireplace should be here today. So we went through our city inspections yesterday. We've got electrical, plumbing, and framing done, and all three of those have passed. So we are ready to get this fireplace put in this location, and then the plumber will need to tie in from this little gas stub out to the actual fireplace unit.
Neil got the dead condensate line out today.
Oh, did he?
Yes, we got it out. Actually, I think you got it out
Good.
last night.
Good. That was one problem. This house has all the air conditioner condensate lines are tied into the drain. That is no good. So I think we are ready to move to insulation and start drywalling this thing up. That is next on the agenda. We need the plumber to get concrete poured underneath this dog shower though. We've got to get that done. That has not been accomplished. And we need that done ASAP. And I would anticipate trim carpenters being here like shortly, maybe even today, to get started on the areas of the house that they can actually work on. There's a few areas they can get started. So, and I told Chris's crew, like, if they beat the sheetrock dudes here, go ahead and insulate the walls and hang the sheetrock where the cabinets are going to go, and then we can just do a rough tape joint on that. And then, you know, they can screw the cabinets directly to that. And then when the drywall crew gets here, they can take the rest of it out that's actually going to show, you know, make a difference. That chair rail needs to come off of that wall. All that old wallpaper really needs to come down because she wants to wallpaper that entire wall. So we need to remember to tell Wallace, slick finish that wall out. Because that one's gonna get.
What are we doing
in
about
that
the
powder
kitchen
room.
texture? What's he doing?
You're
Is he
gonna
just
ma- you're
texturing
gonna
it over, or is he
match-
going
No,
back?
they're gonna have to slick that out and retexture it because they're.
Do you want that same texture? Or
No. That old skip trial's going away, and we're gonna retexture that totally. But you can tell why they did it because they went right over the top of that. Right over the top of that old wallpaper. Which this definitely dates the house. I mean, it certainly, this would be like an early 2000s. I can remember this going up in a lot of houses before wallpaper just went away. But that's why they did the skip trial, is they didn't want to remove that wallpaper. But anyway, we gotta get rid of that and make the texture match the rest of the house. Let's go check out this master back here. See what it's
Ready to get some insulation in this dang house.
Yeah, I'm ready to button it up. It's real cold. So, yeah, see, all this needs to be insulated, this whole back wall. We need to get this going. Get this thing insulated and start drywalling it. I put a call into Wallace yesterday, but I hadn't heard back from him. I'm sure they're wrapped up busy, but
Yeah.
we'll get them out here as soon as possible. So. Here's our thermostat. This is going to control the heated floor mat system. So you'll have a thermostat that mounts on the wall, and this thing can be set to come on at different times of the day. Like if you're an early riser and you want to get out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning, you can have that thing come on at 3:30 and warm the floor up before you get in.
Like setting your coffee pot in the morning.
Pretty much. It's kind of nice. I wouldn't mind having one of those myself. Okay, I feel good about this one, guys. I think we're in good shape here. Let's move on to the Goins residence, see what that looks like. I think we're pretty much done with flooring over there. We need to get our shoe molding put
I'll
in.
lock this up.
Yeah, lock that up. a brisk little morning. Ready for summertime. All right, so let's see what's going on this morning. I think Matt's totally done with floors and goings. So,
Kind of waiting on bricks over here.
we're waiting on bricks, and that is so dang aggravating. I mean, I called, you know, we paid for the bricks like in August or so. I can't even remember what month it was. It was a long time ago. And then I call the rep, which I do this probably every other week. I call them to find out where we are in the order, and they go, "Oh, you're coming. It's going to be any day." And then they finally, I'm like, "No, you got to actually tell me when are the bricks coming?" And they go, "It's going to be there second week in February." And I'm like, "All right, I can live with an actual date of second week. I can live with that now that you've okay." So second week of February comes along, we have no brick. Well, 1st of March comes along, and I start hitting the rep up, and I'm like, "Where are the bricks for this project?" And so he tells me, "Well, we made a mistake, and we sold your order to another contractor, and they've actually already installed the bricks." And I'm just incredulous over their lack of. I mean, I don't know if it's a lack of care or are we just not? Do we not know how to run a business, or are they playing games? Because this is an out of town, not a Texarkana brick company, and so they're playing favoritism with another guy that's like out of that same brick, and he needs them, and he's just going to jockey my bricks to their house.
Well, I mean, we got plenty of work for them. They just need to send us some freaking bricks.
So, let's go see what this is. Okay, I asked Mr. Caples, I called him yesterday. He said we're next on the list to get all of this vinyl on here. So I told him, come on, just get it done. Get it done.
What the fuck is done with this thing?
I mean, we're done with it. We got electricity. We're ready to go. You know, and I know the customer's more than ready to go. It looks good.
What is this?
So this has been primed to receive the stain. So this is the color it needs to be in order to stain it that mahogany color. So you can't go with a white and do a mahogany. It's not going to look right.
I thought he had already stained it.
Matt's got all this looking fantastical in here. This looks great. Carpet shop did a good job.
Neil get the mini split put on yesterday.
Yeah, mini split's been in for probably 2 weeks now.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's been in 2 weeks. So, but we need to get quarter round. Let me find out where these dudes are. Call Chris Sanchez. We gotta do something like that. That's good. Hey, send a pic of this to Matt and ask them, can they get some caulk or something to put in that? I mean, I might could get Gary to caulk it with a dart.
Hello.
Hey, dude. Hey, at Rick Goins' house, have you got somebody that can come shoe mold this office out?
Yeah, I already got that taken care of this morning. They're cleaning up the spring door right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting these doors to Darren right now at the shop.
Okay.
For Beach Street.
Great.
And we were going to take care of Beach and Laurel at some point today.
Okay.
Get both of those done. You know where the hardware is coming from for Beach Street? I would like to
I think she ordered it. Let me see if I can follow up with her. I'll ask her or Josh and see where it
we
is.
can get that done today. We'll
Yeah.
be done with it.
Where are the doors and things? Have you tracked
I
those
have them
down?
right here.
Oh, you got
them
them.
on
Okay.
here. I got them.
Fantastic. Hey, get Darren to go ahead while he's here and hang this barn door, get this barn door tracked, put it back in place, and
The
just.
old barn door, the one at Rick's.
Yeah, Rick's house.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
We'll do. We'll do.
Okay, alright, thanks. Bye. Let's see if we can get Tommy on the let's see if we can get him out here and get all this wrapped up. This time to get these trims put in. And I thought the homeowner had
It's the threshold for the office door.
The homeowner had a ceiling fan they wanted to put in here. That's true. Text Rick Goins.
And you get the
Do
electrician.
you have a ceiling fan that you want to install in your office? Question mark. I think Logan Electric, they have a fan on hold for you, period. Reach out to Tommy real quick and find out if, see if Integrity Electric can get out here and get all this put together.
I want to ask him if we can have that conversation.
Because they've already got all of this. Hey buddy, how's it going? I'm good. Hey, Rick Goins on Jack Cullen Drive. Can you get it on your list to go ahead and let's get outlets and switches and trims put in his office? We're pretty much done over here.
Okay. Alright.
I think y'all have already got the garage portion of it done. With the exception of maybe I'm seeing some blue Cat 5s hanging down from the ceiling of the garage, and I don't really know.
That should be the garage door sensors.
Okay.
Yeah, I see the blue cat 5 coming
I
out.
see them there. They've connected it to the sensor at the bottom, but the wires are just hanging out up here at the motor. So I don't understand.
They hook it to the motor.
Apparently not. Maybe.
Send him a
Get
picture.
your guys, I can send you a photo of it, but I don't know why they would not just do that. Kind of weird. Anyway, check that out and see what's up with it. All right, thanks man, appreciate it. All right, bye. So if we can ever get bricks on the job site and get this thing bricked in, we're gonna be ready to tear this driveway out, re-pour the driveway back to that expansion point in front of the truck, and then this will sure clean this thing up because it's got so many cracks from settlement over the years. We need to get that looking better. All right, let's head to the next one. About getting this draw request submitted. Question mark.
Okay.
We are close on this little dude.
Your carpent's got everything done up there.
Aaron Carpenter's ready to be done. These old doors though are trash. We need
You want me to
rid
send
of the
Terry a
doors.
message?
Well, look, I probably need to have, if Terry could take the doorknobs off and save the parts, let's get him to pull the doorknobs off, take off this coat hook, but he could get rid of the drawer boxes, those old doors.
Basically
I'm thinking
everything
save the hardware off of them. But I think we can get rid of. I think we can get rid of all the old doors.
Let me just call him. That's a lot to explain. Over to
Yeah,
you.
you better give him a holler. I'm waiting on a response back to find out where to submit that. And Ethan, this bedroom door is probably good.
Over here at Brindle,
See, this one's old. I think we're gonna try to reuse it, but man, it's in tough, rough shape.
Dad, you want to keep this granite for any reason?
Yes, keep all of that because that goes back on these cabinets.
We're gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
This looks good. Looks good.
One good thing about our work that you'll notice, and sometimes the details will escape you if you don't really look for it, but if you'll get your camera and stick it in there, you're gonna see that we've got all of this stuff is pocket screwed in from the internal. So little pocket screws. And the beauty of those is it makes this extremely rigid. You can't twist this thing, it's not gonna move. And what's super critical about that, not so much on a stained wood cabinet, but on a painted cabinet, over time on painted cabinets, those joints will release and then you get this little cracking that develops in those joints. And so pocket screwed face frames eliminate that problem. And it stays beautiful for years and years, and you just don't have all that settling issue. Looks like our closet's ready to go, ready to paint out. Adjustable shelves go in here. Need to make sure that we have those on site. I think that's what's sitting on the vanity. And then once we get it painted, we'll be ready to hang our closet rods, doors. This looks fantastic. Really good. Real good. So this would be like a little pass-through. There's a door that opens, and you can have the shelves setting in here adjustable. And then there'll be another door on this thing, I think, that opens like that. So there's two ways to access this little cabinet. Yeah, it is ready to go. So we're gonna get the painters going next, or we may let the tile guys go. I don't know who's really gonna be available, but typically I like to try to get these things painted before we deal with floor and tile. But depends on the availability. We're keeping this slide. That door needs to stay. These are the new double doors.
Okay.
So these raw doors that are not painted are all brand new. He only needs to be thrown away.
I was gonna tuck that.
Yeah, I told him in the office. I told him in the office.
And, I guess when the painters get done, we need to contact Coker over at Red River Lumber and get these countertops reset and start cleaning them up. I mean, it's their mess, but, so this house had a mega flood on it back during the Christmas holiday. That's why we're working here. Is it just flooded the entire home and messed it all up. So the ceilings come down in a couple of rooms, ruined the trim work, ruined the molding, ruined the drywall, new floors throughout. So kind of a big project. Normally we don't do insurance claims, but we made an exception of this house. We're gonna restore it back to better than it was, and it's gonna look real good. So, all right, let's move to the next one. See what all she's wanting to do here to the flower shop. She's got one of the best flower shops in Texas. Nice arrangements. We've done some work for her residents in the past. It's always good to have repeat customers. So she's got on her mind.
I want a stainless steel top. I want a continuous counter that comes out.
Okay.
This is our delivery area now, and then we just add to for holidays.
Okay.
We go up there.
I got you.
And I would like to do another one up there, but I would like to get rid of this rickety desk and just have it all.
Have this as one unit,
One unit.
with a stainless steel little top to it like
Yes.
that. Does it need to be L-shaped?
L-shaped.
An L-shaped, and then
Come out from here all the way to there.
Are you telling me that you want to do a couple of rows of shelving
Yes.
above that?
Yes.
Is that adequate for you? Those little, that's just a little 3/4 inch shelf
Yes.
board. It's okay for you to?
I mean, I would like it to look, I don't need the stainless steel up there, honestly.
Okay,
But maybe lower that down one and then do one up.
And do-
Because I'll be losing all this right here.
that's right. Okay.
Okay, and then the next thing is, I'm hoping that we don't come up any further than this. The only thing I would think is if we have to come up like here,
Right.
but I don't want to do that if I don't have to.
You don't want this thing to be any deeper than
No, I want it to go that
absolutely
way.
necessary.
Yeah, I don't want to come back any further because this is where we need room. Okay, our flower room back here.
Yeah.
Same thing,
Okay.
and I want deep sinks in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's a super shallow sink. So we
Yeah,
can
I
get
need deep
we-
sinks.
Do you need a double compartment or a big single compartment?
And then I want to get rid of these cabinets and do shelving. Just open
Just
shelving.
open shelves,
Yes.
similar to this same look that we're gonna do out here.
Yes.
Okay, on both walls.
Yes.
Got it. Are you okay with a Formica countertop like this again, or do you want
And
to
we
do
can
like
do
a
the stainless steel.
Okay, stainless.
Just, yeah, to keep it. And this was, I'm not sure, it's not like, I can't remember. I had this working in the field. And he had this, it's real thin, but it's perfect. So it,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
just sitting on 3/4 inch
yeah.
plywood.
So the table
This
is great.
Yeah. Yeah, it works, but this would be ideal for what you do for a living.
Yes, this is what we want, because I had Formica and it was bad.
I
Wore
mean,
out real
chip it
quick.
up and break it up.
I don't think I'm gonna do anything to these shelves, I'm just leaving.
Yeah, 'cause this is all where you grab your things and do your arrangements.
Yeah, and I think these are, I don't wanna get into that much money.
Sure.
Just because those are functional.
Okay.
Okay, there's light here. In the bathroom, I don't really have anything other than just the same thing Frankie likes.
This is just an employee bathroom,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But you see it's got all this texture.
Do you want to get rid of this texture in here?
If it costs more money, no.
It's gonna cost more money.
I don't think, I'm fine with
So are
it.
you fine with the way this is set up and
Yeah.
functional? So we don't
Just
need to do
paint.
anything, just paint it only?
Maybe a new light fixture here. And then
Okay.
up there.
Got it.
I think that's good.
All right.
What do you
So we can do it. We can make it happen. So I think what I need to do next is let me contact one of the reps at Reliance.
Yeah, they'll
and
have
let's
to
get
come out.
them. Let's get them here. I'm gonna have Tommy Thornsberry with Integrity Electric meet us here because there's a lot of electrical that we got to deal with when we redo this thing, and then probably get Sanchez to come to this meeting too, because there's a lot of built-in little special things we're gonna need to do.
Layout,
Mm.
lay it out, which
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well, the first, we don't even need to mess with the layout until we know the size of this cooler.
Right,
When we know
that's,
the
it's all,
cooler-
this is the whole reason we're even doing it.
Once I get the cooler figured out, then we'll do a drawing for the layout of it, and then I'll give that to
Okay.
you. I'll give you the estimate, and then you'll go deal with your
Might want to
financial.
get meals, might want to get meal here
Oh, that's
too,
right. Yeah,
for this
HVAC.
HVAC
Yeah,
stuff.
HVAC, because we are gonna have. I feel like we're gonna have.
And then I'll have to get it all approved.
Yeah.
I don't think
Of course.
he'll mind as long as I'm not, he didn't care what we do on the inside, as long as we're not messing with,
This would be
Exactly.
the gentleman that owns the building, right?
yeah, the property managers who I will talk to.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Well, let me set this next meeting up. We'll try to do it next week probably.
Oh, that's-
So
yeah.
I'll text with you and
Okay,
get it set up. So.
okay.
All right. Thanks, Carrie.
I told you to display lights up here, right? These are like some cheap little rickety.
Do you? So are you wanting me to build you something different here for these?
No, I'm talking about the display lights in the windows.
Oh, the display.
No, these parts up here, are
Those.
all our moving parts, we move them around and rearrange and make it look different all the time.
So what I would suggest doing, since Tommy's gonna be doing this electrical here anyway, is let's put a set of track lights along this so that you can point them to highlight the pieces.
But
that you-
industrial looking.
But industrial
Yeah.
looking, better than that. I mean,
Oh,
that's
that's
like.
like a cheap.
Yeah, they went
Lowe's.
to Lowe's or Home Depot and
Yeah.
picked that up. So no, we'll do proper ones that mount to the ceiling, and then you can point those where you want them to
Yeah.
go. Okay. Sounds good. Look at that kitty cat. My goodness.
Yeah, she lives here, so we'll have to put up scratching posts for her on the new trail.
Oh, Mark, he's supervising me. Look at him.
Contacted Red River yesterday and told them to come on and get all this.
They need to get it before it goes bad. I mean, some of
Well,
it's starting
this
to
beam
cut.
right here never was any good.
Oh,
It
yeah.
showed up in this kind of shape. They need to, they don't even need to be sending that out here. So these 2x12s are fine. These LVLs are good. these full pieces of the Vantec are all good. They need to go back. I think
That's
all this OSB needs to go back. I think every bit of that
we got
can
enough
go.
rock for this house?
I don't know. I mean,
That's
it
not a
sure
lot.
don't look like it to me, but again, I don't know how many square feet are really on this pallet. It says, well, right there it says 300,
But
which, assuming that's
that's 1,
that's
2,
square
3,
foot,
5, 1,500 square feet.
maybe more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 right there.
Oh, plus the corner, plus 2 boxes.
Alright, 2,000 square feet.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's kind of close.
I mean it is.
It's kind of close.
So these right here, these are actually cut from, this is cut from an actual stone. So they slice the back of that stone off and then create the corner with it. So when you're going up to a 90-degree corner, you can apply this directly to your corners, and then you tie in like a rock like that. So if this was the run that you had going across your house, these would tie together, and then you set your mortar joints between it, and then you make your 90-degree return going that direction, which will look great. I'll take one of these over there and kind of give you an example. Kind of geek out. I like this part of it. This is where we start getting the decoration on the house and really making it look nice. So your corner piece would set like this, and then you would tie this thing in depending on how you set it and how your runs come together. You set it like that, and then your mortar joint goes between it. So there can be any sort of modification to it, just depending on how your corners work. But real cool. I'm looking forward to getting the getting all the rocks set on the house soon. You guys making headway with it, huh?
Yep.
Is this, what is this, gas?
Yeah.
Or what?
That's the gas.
Gas.
So water's coming in a little bit.
So how are you gonna step your water from this one?
I don't know. I'm thinking about just stopping it right here, Jason. We figure out what's going to happen right there.
So bring it to that point and just cap it.
I'm going to turn it up. I'm going to 90 it up, or we can go back and find it.
Okay.
And then, but I was telling Nathan, they take them big tree trunks,
Yeah.
all them right there.
Uh-huh.
They'd stop at Washington.
Yeah, they
They're going to have to put something in there.
I'm just kind of letting them deal with that part of it. I really don't have
That's the
much.
idea. That's the idea to put in there to stop it.
I mean, eventually they'll rise, but they would definitely help the erosion, the current erosion. Okay, so we did this absolutely the backwards way it's supposed to be done. So I told the guys when I was out here yesterday, they've got to run these 1x4s towards the opening of the deck. And the reason for it is this is a rubber TPO, and this is like a swimming pool that it wants to hold water. So if you get a blowing rain in here, and you can imagine the rainwater traps in between these areas. Well, it can't flow out of here because it's water blocked on both ends. So it can't go that way, can't go this direction, and it would take it forever to siphon its way around to go out this crack. But if you turn the 1x4s towards the pasture, then any kind of blowing rain that comes in here can work its way out that direction. Then you run your big 1x6s the opposite, and you can screw those to the top of the 1x4s. So these 1x4s are glued to the TPO, But these guys are gonna have to pull this stuff up, and it's gonna route the exact opposite direction. This is not gonna work. So anyway, it's one of these deals. We gotta fix it. And sometimes the communication barrier can break down, but we do the best we can to try to explain it and get it right the first time. So, oh well. To me, that's where all the mechanical stuff's gonna go back there. So it's not gonna look as good. What's up? Another day. Another day in paradise.
That's it.
All right. How's it going? All right. Doing all right? Okay. Good, good. Just stopping in to check on the progress. Good, they're rolling that out. And this turned out absolutely beautiful. I love the way this turned out.
We're going ahead and pull these panels down.
Pull those down. We're gonna have 4 new panels made to match the actual doors that go on the cabinets. That way it's an identical, absolute match for it.
Already got their enamel spray on this stuff.
Yeah, they're getting it rolling. So I want y'all to check out these door casings. This makes a big difference in the details of a house like this. So a typical door casing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces. This one is those 9 plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 more pieces on top of each door. Multiple layers. And that makes a big difference at the end of the day because this adds a lot of texture to all of your wood elements. And this is what makes these houses stand out from just a normal pasted door. So take a look at these windows over here. This is the same type of thing. You've got this multi-pieced window. So you've got all your normal casement plus these outside corners. Then you've got this detailing that goes around the bottom of that header. Then you've got another piece of crown. Then you got a cap layer that goes on top of it. And then you got your window stool plus it's got a piece of molding that runs around it. And then your final piece here at the bottom. So these are multi-pieced windows. And dude, they look incredible. And this stuff is walk in, painted. This house is going to look absolutely amazing. So I couldn't be more pleased with the way it turned out. And the other kind of cool thing about it is we made these columns and the legs on the island and the back of the island all match. So it's the same detail. Looks like we've got some of this painted. So this is kind of cool. I would like to say that I probably started this trend on these cabinets. This has been, I would guess, maybe 3 years ago we started doing this, where we would paint the face frames of it and then we would clear lacquer the interior. And I've noticed now that almost every contractor or painter in town does the same thing, but what it really does is it gives it a little bit more of a custom look, and the interiors of these things can hold up over time with versus your paint, because you get a painted wood product in there and you're moving stuff in and out of it, it's going to get scratched up. But this lacquer finish just holds up over time way better. So, all right, I think we're in pretty good shape. Beautiful mudroom. This is kind of cool. Check this out real quick. Love this mud bench. So these will get doors, and then there's 3 doors that go across the top up there. And so inside of each of those is a lacquered finish interior. So pretty awesome. All right, we're probably gonna move on down the road, check on the next one. Real close. So typically on our estimates, we work on, I hand do these estimates. I do not sit there and use a computer program, because for one thing, we're all custom. So when you're all custom, there's no program on the market that's going to tell you exactly what the custom market is going to bear. You have to do that through experience, through your daily labor rates, and then just through past projects that you've done, that you know what the costs are going to be, and then you can use that to set up your new estimates. And then of course everything fluctuates price-wise depending on the type of materials and finishes that the customer picks out. But this is the best way, the most foolproof way that I've seen to do it, versus using computer programs to get these estimates put together. So
I think it's $650 for drywall.
yeah.